Minecraft. Sensational. Sensational as always is Exploration and Tactics with Brian. This episode, I'm not sure how long it's going to be. It's going to be another talkie. There isn't going to be a whole lot happening on the screen, but at the same time, I do have news that is somewhat sensational that I will share with you all, as well as a pretty crazy ending to the video. And so let's go ahead and get started with Exploration and Tactics. Welcome back to more Exploration and Tactics. We are over by the ice tray. I just harvested some ice and was working on Babby, and the weather changed. And so I'm just standing up on a pillar because if it turns nighttime, I don't want to have to worry about mobs. But I thought that this would be a nice opportunity for us to read some more viewer comments that I didn't get a chance to get to last time. And so let's see what we have on the docket. Yub890 posted a comment on the channel as opposed to a video. Mince Raft. And yes, so there's a little bit of backstory here, I guess, which is I decided to be clever. I guess this was like, I don't know, a week or two ago. And I don't know how many people like actually visit the channel as opposed to just kind of like seeing video subscriptions pop up in their inbox or whatever. And what I decided to do was change the title of my channel from Brian's Minecraft videos to Brian's Mince Raft videos, with Minecraft spelled badly, transposing a couple of letters, kind of like one of the Easter eggs in the game. And I was just going to see how long it took someone to spot it. And it didn't. In fact, it took like more than 3 days, but finally someone put a comment on the channel and they were like, Mince Raft. And so I replied and I was like, good job, you're the first person to spot the spelling error. And so I just wanted to call that out because I thought that was funny. I don't know how many people like actually visit the channel as opposed to just like having subscriptions and, have the videos pop up in their box and go immediately to the video page. But if you go to my channel, who knows if I may be hiding other Easter eggs that may be funny to see there on that page at some point. I am going to switch over to another comment now, which is by someone you may know, Oregon111. This is a comment that I put on the waking up that, the snowfall stops. When you're reading the book, it's like it pauses the game. That is fascinating. Really? Wow. Yep, the snow just stops. And I presume monsters stop and everything stops. That's kind of neat, actually. Although, presumably that's only in single player. Now I'm going to have to log into the fan server or some multiplayer server just so I can read a book, just to see if the server keeps going. That is fascinating to me. I hope that you all wear your PJs, sorry, scratch that, Onironaut outfits throughout waking up. And so this is one of the comments that I posted on Schism Steve's video. He and Pungence, the Assyrian assassin, aka B-O's brother, are playing through Waking Up, one of the Vex Super Hostile maps. And the name of the map is Waking Up, and they rather cleverly they look like, pajama suits with like sleeping caps that both of them are wearing as kind of their Minecraft skins on their, I guess I have armor, so you can't see Brian's happy skin with the little coal miner and yellow suspenders and whatnot. And yes, and I like their skins that they have for that particular series because it kind of meets what's going on with the title, at least, of Waking Up. So that's page 1 of 2. So I called it Onironaut outfits, and I think in the last video I said I should teach you guys some words. And so Onironaut, or Onirology, I should have looked up how to pronounce it, is the scientific study of dreams, and I know a bit about it from having read Stephen LaBerge has books on lucid dreaming. Particularly, there's a book called Exploring the World of Lucid Dreaming that I read back in school when I was trying to kind of like read up on and practice doing lucid dreaming. And the Super Hostile map, Super Hostile number 14, Waking Up by Vex, was kind of commissioned and inspired by a short story by Andrea Buchanan called Waking Up, which I guess is about lucid dreaming. I actually haven't read the story yet, and even though they actually have, books like these in Minecraft that have the stories, I haven't kind of paid enough attention to anyone's playthroughs when they were reading the books to kind of read it there, and so I should go to the website and check that out at some point. And so, yes, perhaps at some point in the future that might be a map that I want to tackle. But yes, that looks like a very difficult map, and you always have the difficulty that if you're going to play a map, like maps tend to be made for a certain version of Minecraft because each new version introduces, new features, new game mechanics, new mobs and things that tend to kind of unbalance or kind of like reset the things that the map maker had intended. And so I have no idea. It sounds like 1.4 is going to come out in a little less than a month, maybe a little bit before Halloween. And yeah, there's no way I could finish waking up between now and then because it's a very difficult map. It would take a long time to finish. However, I have been looking at other maps that I might like to play in the meantime in October. And actually, I'll be right back to talk about that. One moment. All right, so the maps that I have been thinking about playing, so yeah, Waking Up is one that looks very interesting to play, but I really won't have time to do it. And I really do like to try to play a map all in one version of Minecraft, so you don't get like halfway through the map and then the map like updates and crazy stuff is going on. Another one is Uncharted Territory, which actually looks like a very good map. It's by kind of I feel like an up and coming Minecraft map maker, another Minecraft LP, or AMLIP for short. Etho is currently playing through that map, which is kind of one of the negatives of it, in that I figure a lot of people will have already seen the map because I presume a lot of you are subscribed to Etho. If not, why aren't you subscribed to Etho? No, I won't criticize who people are subscribed to because everyone has different tastes, but I like Etho a lot, and he's very popular. But at the same time, it seems like it's on the easier side in terms of maps, and so it would be fast to get through. And so that is pretty cool and happy. And yeah, looks like a pretty good and interesting map. And so that's one I would consider doing, but unfortunately, I'm already watching a playthrough of that. And so that is, you know, there's always a difference between if you've already seen a playthrough of a particular super hostile map or whatever, you know what's coming as opposed to, just seeing it fresh, seeing it for the first time with your own eyes. And so all the maps that I've previously played, Goods 404, Final Fantasy, and Final Fantasy 2, I've played basically fresh. I've seen like one first episode that kind of introduces the map or starts someone's Let's Play, and then have gone and played the map myself before I've watched other people play it. So Uncharted Territory, nevertheless, is another possibility. And then the final one that I was considering is Spellbound Caves, Super Hostile number 10. And that is, at this point, kind of an old map because that came out probably around like Minecraft 1.0. But at the same time, one of the difficulties that people who have seen me, I really love this snow. It's so happy. That have seen me playing Super Hostile, or 3-2s, Final Fantasy, and those kinds of maps. I'm very poor at using the various loot that the map makers give you. Like they give you potions and enchanted weapons and armors and things. And I tend to just kind of hoard those resources rather than kind of like using them and taking advantage of them. And so Super Hostile number 10, Spellbound Caves, gives you a lot of loot. I've seen a number of playthroughs, and so I know the map, and I would be able to progress through it well. But there's a lot of loot there, and so it would give me practice kind of using the loot to my advantage. And so that's one reason that I was thinking about doing that one. And also, that's just another one that's a very good map, and a lot of people have played through it. It's also kind of on the easy side, perhaps a bit longer than Amlip's one, I think. I don't know. Etho hasn't gotten all the way through it yet, so I haven't seen that entire map. And yes, if people have other suggestions, especially of maps that would play especially well in 1.3, I'm kind of worried about maps that haven't been updated for 1.3 and might have lighting updates, glitches, and different things. And yes, by the way, I've been trying to stay spoiler free, but I did hear that apparently they're fixing lighting glitches, and we're going to talk about bugs and fixes in 1.4 in some future video. But if you guys know other maps that might be fun for me to play sometime next month before 1.4 comes out, and that are not super long or super difficult, that is the kind of thing that I might be able to get through in 20 episodes, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I will take a look at a few other maps as well. And I guess it was daytime, because I feel like it's getting darker. Yes, I can see the sun kind of setting over there. But that is one thing I wanted to talk about, and then I had one other thing to talk about, and so, yeah, should I bring that up now? I'll be right back. All right, so I didn't originally plan on talking about this, but I guess I might as well talk about this because this video will probably be airing on Friday, and Friday is kind of a big day in the life of Brian because it is going to be my last day of work because I quit my job, and at this point, everyone at work knows that I've quit my job, and so like it's not information that I need to be sitting on anymore. And yeah, I guess you guys will be interested in knowing the reason that I'm thinking about possibly trying to play through a map in the month of October is because I will have more free time because I won't have a job. Yeah, basically we just shipped a product and I haven't been as passionate about the job as of late. And at the same time, I haven't found anything else that I immediately want to do. And the job that I had pays pretty well. And so I am sitting on some resources that I can afford to take some time away from work. And so that's what I'm going to do. The obvious question that kind of comes after that is how is that going to impact my channel? And I don't know. I will have time to create more videos. I don't know if I'm going to spend more time on more videos or if I'm going to spend more time doing other things out in the world, going hiking and rollerblading and playing frisbee. And it's definitely the case that I have some travel plans. In fact, most of the month of November, I think I'm actually going to be traveling to various places around the country and around the world. And so that is something that, yeah, the month of November, there might be fewer videos from me. But in any case, yeah, in the short term, I'll have more time. I don't know how it's going to affect the channel yet. I've just been trying to kind of like get through my last few weeks of work and get the stuff done that I need to get done. And yeah, starting this weekend, I'll actually be able to sit back and relax and try to figure out what's next for me. For those of you who have been subscribers to my channel for a long time, you will know that I have done this before and actually kind of talked about it in the context of Kurt, because when Kurt originally was quitting his job, he and I are friends. Kurt, of course, Kurt J. Mack, our good friend, friend of the channel. And yeah, when Kurt quit his job, I was talking to him because I had done the same thing a number of years ago. I was working at Microsoft again for about 3 years and then quit my job because I wasn't enjoying it and didn't find something else I wanted to do and just took time off and enjoyed myself for about 7 months before I ended up coming back to work again back at Microsoft. And yeah, I really enjoyed it last time, and so I'm really looking forward again to having the time off. A little bit worried about kind of like burning into, all of my cash resources and different things that I've built up over the last 4.5 years that I've been working. But at the same time, really looking forward to having the time off. And so, yeah, I figure it's just kind of fair to let you guys know what's up in my life. This is turning into a very kind of talky episode, but at the same time, I have the perfect setting to do the talking. I mean, how can you not love the Minecraft snow? It is weird. I don't know that does it always look like this, or is it because I'm standing on a torch? And maybe the torch particles are preventing the snow from falling right there? No, even when I'm over here, there's like one square directly above me where I can't see the snow falling down. But that's pretty cool. And there was this area where I cleared out the trees that... What? I was going to say this area where I cleared out the trees that is now all filled up with snow. Oh. Oh gosh. That is eerie. I've said it before, and I will say it again. Mommy! Yikes.